Hi Thomas.
Hi.
Overall, how pleased are you with your business in this transfer window?
Pleased. I think the targets we were searching for, the areas where we wanted to improve the squad, we ticked those boxes. We wanted one more winger in. We got that we wanted 1 to 2 more wingers in. /10 role. We got that in Keane and Damsgaard. Then we wanted a right back in. We got that in Ajer. Then we needed a player in for the centre back situation. We had some injury issues to make everything stronger. We got that in Ben-Mee, done fantastic. And then we needed one more keeper in, so we got in Thomas Strakosha in. So in that, very pleased. I think it was classic Brentford window in terms of we got 2 free transfers in Ben-Mee and Thomas Strakosha, 2 experienced good players that filling the roles they need to fill, and then 3 young players, 2 20-year-old and a 22-year-old that are talents that we're very pleased with we got. But also we know we take a gamble, but we are willing to take a gamble on young players. That's our strategy, that's our philosophy. With especially Ajer and King Louis Potter, there are other Premier League clubs in for them. Normally we can't compete on salary, we can't compete on the size of the club, but because we do our job early, really like we're talking about years ago, and being in for them for a long time, we were in a good position, and luckily we can take them. And then I think it's a scoop to get Mikkel Damsgaard as well, and that's also part of his unfortunate injury he had. So that's where we had a chance.
Would you like to have done any more business? You were linked with Mudryk as well.
We, as I said, constantly we were aware in the market, and we're always looking if we can get a top player to a top price. Yes and no. I think that's the case because we haven't done anything because we were not desperate at all. So if you can't get a player, I know Mudryk is out there in the media as a rumor, but that can be any player. If we don't get the right player we are searching for, then we'd rather wait.
Was the asking price for Mudryk too high? Do you know?
It's a combination of, not for him, but in general in the market. So this is the answer in general. I think we have definitely a limit to how much we can or will pay. And if you look at the numbers that's been spent in this window, it's close to be ridiculous. You know, it's completely exploding out of the scale this season. I think, what is it? I think I wrote the numbers down here. Was 2.5 was the most ever spent in the league single window. That's crazy. And Forest made a world record in England with 21 signings. So it's a different world. Premier League is a different world compared to all other leagues. I know it's the way it is. I know because of the TV money, and it's part of it. Personally, I think it's too much money.
Is it good for the league? Because it's creating a bit of a divide, isn't it? Between the haves. I wouldn't say have-nots, but you know what I mean, between the really rich clubs and the rest.
Good question. Really good question. I think for single Premier League, I think it's good for them because most of the best players would, everybody is attracted to either the best league, and is that linked with the most money? If that is linked, tick both boxes. A lot of players and coaches will go there because also the biggest competition. So I think in that way it's probably good, but I think it would be bad if it's only English teams who's dominating Euros year after year after year after year. Hopefully the bigger clubs in the other countries can do that. I think I like a competition across in Europe. Now I'm in England and loving the Premier League. It's a fantastic place to be. And we are fighting everything we can against bigger clubs.
On to the weekend then. Injury news.
Yeah.
Pontus Jansson, Christian Norgaard.
Pontus Jansson fit and available to start. Christian Norgaard got some Achilles problems, so he'll be out for some weeks.
Do you know how many weeks?
No, I'd rather not because I don't want to put, but a number that can be a little bit stuck on that. So but weeks.
And will Janssen come into the starting lineup?
With who? Janssen?
Janssen.
Yes.
Big boost.
Yeah, big boost. No. I want my captain in, but I just want to praise Sanka. I think he's done a top job in there. I think we are privileged. We have some good centre backs with high quality. But of course, it's good to have our captain back.
And as you said, you start the season overall. And what are the key work-ons for you going forward?
I think it's been a good start. Again, what is it called? 9 goals? Yeah. 9 goals? I can't remember. But that's a good amount of goals compared to league average. So I think we look like a threat when we go forward. I think that's massively important to score goal. Obviously, if you want to win football matches. So we need to keep that up. I think last game actually was a step forward in terms of defending as a team. We gave very little away. It took a bit of brilliance from a world-class player in Saha to score the goal. So for me, it's about keeping this consistency in the performance we have shown so far.
You mentioned Damsgaard. How close is he to full fitness to a start?
It's getting better. It's still, I would say, could he start and play 60? Yes, of course he can. He's in a fine place. He's looking sharper and sharper. I would say there's still some time before I think he is fit to go 90 non-stop Premier League pace. But now he's come on two games. I think it looked good, a little bit better against Palace, and I expect him to have a role tomorrow. You never know what happened in the game, but he's looking sharper on the training pitch, which is important.
Finally from me, Leeds, a club that you've had a bit of a rivalry with going back to the Championship days. Does that still burn in the Premier League? Obviously the defeat at the end of the last season was a big result for them. How is that rivalry between clubs then?
I think it's more between the fans than me or the players. Respect Leeds as a massive club, one of the biggest clubs with the biggest history in England. Please, they are in the Premier League in many ways. I think Jesse Marsch, got a good start together with his staff and players this season. They look very intense. They one of the teams that on numbers play with the biggest intensity. Their high press numbers is the highest. So it's going to be a very intense battle tomorrow, which we're ready for, which we're looking forward to. I think it's going to be a very good game to watch. Do we want to beat them? Yes, of course, like any other game. So of course we want to win tomorrow, and we'll do our very best to do that. You're welcome. I think we have a stronger squad now compared to back then. I think if you can compare, like for like, of course, we all spoke of Eriksen, so I don't want to speak. We've spoken enough about him, but I think we have a fully fit Justice Silverback. I think then we added Aaron Hickey, Kielus Potter and Damsgaard. So these three is really adding something to the squad, starting / the best 15 or the first 15s or whatever. I don't know how you're categorizing that. So I think we are in a good position for that.
Okay. Hi Thomas.
Hi Jay.
I just wanted to ask on Christian Norgaard, how did he actually suffer the Achilles injury? Is there any chance he'll have to have surgery or anything like that?
No surgery. So just something coming over time.
How did it actually?
Yeah, we can't say that. He just had issues with Achilles over a period of time, and now it's just too much.
Okay, thank you. I just wanted to know, Christopher Ajer played, I think it was 90 minutes yesterday or the day before, so we're likely to see him back in the squad tomorrow.
He is definitely knocking on the door to get into both. How do you say, as a analogy or what you call it, on my office, but also literally on the pitch, on the training pitch. So it's good to see him there. Hopefully I will involve him.